All right, what's going on, everybody? KB Card Stacks here. We've got a little bit of a chill day today. Only sold a couple cards. We'll package those up. I'll probably just drop those off at a blue box. I got a couple of packages in yesterday that didn't make my video when I was recording, so we'll open that up. And then I've actually been buying a lot lately. On COMC, I've spent a decent amount in the last 24 hours. On eBay, I've added stuff to my watch list. I just need to make a play. I think we're going to do it live just for the video, but we've got couple things to do here and there. Let's do some cards today. All right, so I only sold 2 cards, 2 quarterbacks, but I'm just taking my money on these. We got this Cade Klubnik Gold Sapphire. There we go. That's probably the best angle there. Gold Sapphire. I picked this up at trade night at Shipshewana. It was like this, like 2 or 3 Jackson Arnold autos, second year, and then something else. I paid like 40, 45 bucks for the lot. This sold for 30. Just, I wasn't expecting this kind of price increase on Cade Klubnik, but I listed it for $19.99 and had a lot of watchers. Like, I wish there was a way to go back and see how many watchers you had when an item sold. So I had like 20 watchers. I jumped it up to 30, 35 shipped. So pretty crazy sale on the Klubnik there. And then Gaby Card Stacks getting better about turning his money over. Haas Haney, I just picked this up in my last video on collects. I used credit. I think I sold like a Paige Becker's card, so I used all of my, or not all of my balance, but I used all balance, so I paid $0. For this one, got an offer at 17, decided to take it. Nasty green ice parallel. I really like that one, but not bad, you know, 50 bucks on these two. I'm making, let's just say it wasn't store credit, it's like $5 or $6. I don't know how the accounting would work on that. I don't really care, but sold those. So I'm gonna keep the money moving. We're gonna package those up, get those ready. I just listed this card actually, Mario Kart 64. I picked up a couple of these on COMC. They were like $7. I have a Yoshi that I picked up for like $7 or $8. Have it listed for $20 on eBay with a lot of watchers, probably 10 or 12. Almost getting close. There's almost as many watchers as many dollars as it's up for sale. I've got a card that I want to buy later today as well in that situation, but I'm going to list this for like 30 or 40. I just sold that PSA 8 for like 135 bucks. If not, maybe even 50, because I want to grade this. I might as well if we're going to get a premium. Do you consider SGC at that point? I don't know. The black, would that look good? I don't know. Quick turnaround time, right? A little bit cheaper. Uh-oh, I'm dropping cards. All right, so that's what's on my mind. Let's open up some mail. All right, let's do some physical purchases, and then we'll get into the eBay and COMC stuff. Little Thomas Castellanos, let me fix the lighting here. Little Thomas Castellanos auto for $7.51 according to the invoice. I'm not a Thomas Castellanos guy. I'm not a huge Florida State guy. I think their portal has been pretty solid, but he's a dart throw, and we're just going to see what happens. I think Norvell said he could be one of the best quarterbacks in the country. Yikes. This I picked up at auctions. Haynes King. I thought it was cool, or a cooler card, just because it's kind of the bronze. It kind of goes with Georgia Tech a little bit. I think it's a little bit more of an eye appeal card for Georgia Tech. So I paid anywhere from like $16 to $22. I don't remember. I bid on quite a few, so I might have got that under 20. What do we have here? Oh, okay. I bought this on Discord. I've been buying from this guy. Start cards. There we go. Start cards. I paid $115, I think. That just felt really good. I feel really good about Cam Scattaboo going into the season. A lot of hype with New York. They had the rookie premiere, whatever, with Panini last weekend. And I don't know, I feel like Scattaboo and Dart and all those guys, like, people are really vibing with that draft class. So okay, I bought this on Discord as well. Link is down below, free to join, no tricks. All right, there we go. I thought this was a pretty good deal, and there were a couple of reasons why I bought this. One, Antonio Williams, prices are going up. I think like his Sapphire is going up significantly, so I wanted to scoop that up. I think that was $25. I don't think there's any listed like under 50, so I liked that one. And then Josh Hoover, 40 bucks for the pair. I think it was 40 for the pair, 25 there. I didn't think that was a refractor. Okay, that's even better. So you're doing about 20 bucks on these. He seems to be super hot right now. Malik Washington. So this is a kid at Maryland. I had somebody, I think they DM'd me and they were like, hey, look out for, maybe I talked about like Justin Martin, where I'm like, bro, if you just want an absolute dart throw, he's a St. John Bosco kid. like maybe Justin Martin, and then someone was like, "Yo, check out Malik Washington." I looked into it, and there was some pretty solid buzz around Malik Washington. He's a true freshman, so I picked that up for like 15 bucks. I thought it was decent. I'll take the chance. I'm not huge on Maryland, Mike Locksley, but I'll get a piece. All right, this was a fun lot that I picked up on Twitter. I think I paid like $26 shipped for this. Just stumbled upon it, and I was a big fan. All of it's probably going to COMC. So this is what I bought, what my thought process was. I think these were $1 a piece. I just think they're doing like $2 on COMC. So I think, again, with that hype, the New York hype, their draft class, I feel good about that. A little Caleb Downs, I think that was like $1 maybe. I feel good about that. This was, I think, $2 or $3. Jaden Higgins, they both went to Houston, so I guess it doesn't matter. Another Jackson Dart there. Another Jackson Dart. DJ Lagway, these are doing about $2. This was a good deal. Kyle Williams, his prices skyrocketed after going to New England. Jordan Travis, this was $3. I felt good about that. CJ Daniels, I think these were $1 a piece. Another Lagway. This was $1. I feel like these were doing a decent amount on COMC. Little Jaden Ott now at OU. I'm optimistic there. I think that was $2 or $3. This was $2 or $3. Thomas Castellanos there. I think that was $1 on the Marcel Reed. I think those are jumping up. I think this was $2. Ricardo Hallman, one of the best corners in the country. So that's cool. Jalen Noah. So I got both the Houston and Iowa State guys. I think that was like $2 or $3. I think that was $1. Harold Perkins Green. Nico, I don't remember picking that up. I don't know if he threw that in or if I accidentally said something close to it. Caden Veldkamp, this is an interesting one. $1 for this. He's now at FAU, and who's their head coach? Golly, their head coach, that guy. Look out for FAU. Look out for Caden Veldkamp, and then Rivaldo Fairweather. I really liked him at FIU, Florida International. Then he goes to Auburn. I think he was there for 2 years. Now he's with Dallas. So just kind of a random dart throw there to see if he pops off during preseason, right? You want to get those big hype markets, offensive guys. At $1 a piece, I'll take the chance. I think that's pretty decent. So, yeah, $26 for all these cards. I feel pretty darn good. And this is probably like 26. I probably paid $1 for all of these now. I don't know. Probably send all of these to COMC. I don't think maybe that one probably sells for like $10 on eBay, but I think all these are just going to COMC. This one will hold. Yeah. So there we go. This is the type of stuff that I'm trying to buy, and I'm not trying to buy as much, but, keeping it to the big names and such. All right, there's my to-do list. I need to record my new Patreon video. I talked about it in my last video. Links down below if you want more prospecting information and such. That's where you can find this. I need to record my COMC pre-grade review. I'm going to be pre-grading like 20 cards. We're going to see the results and then send that to grading. Want to do a little Scyther search. I've done all these, daycare pickup, Caleb Down. Okay, so that's where we're going with this. So, Gaby, what's on your mind? I'll tell you what's on my mind, and it's right here. Look at this. I've been doing this quite a bit lately, and I've talked about it a lot. When there are 37 watchers on a 50, there's almost as many watchers as there are dollars of this card. The other one that I'm looking at, though, Caleb Downs. So Gaby, why are you on, all of this right now with Caleb Downs? This morning, they just dropped their top 50 prospects for the draft. I don't love it. It takes 25 minutes to read. No, it does not. Caleb Downs, number one, and we've talked about it. TJ Parker, we've been buying him on it. Arch, I don't think he's declaring. Cade Klubnik, yada yada. So maybe another video for Patreon that I make. I already did one with the top 150 players, and they all kind of repeat. So Caleb Downs has been a repeat offender on this list. And so here we go. Here's these. I remember Card Collector 2, he was like, bro, at $25, these are easy purchases. Now they're not on Panini's website anymore. Now there's 60. There's 2 left. Look, 32 watchers. I think I'd rather have these. I think I'd rather have them in the Ohio State uni, at least compared to if this were a Bowman first auto, I would buy it. But I'm not a big die cut guy. I'm not a big insert guy. It is numbered, but I'll leave this for someone if you want to buy it. But I think right now, because of peer pressure in the video, I'm going to pick up both of these. 32 watchers, man. And it's encased. Maybe it's gradable, right? So I'm going to buy that right now. You won't see my information there. Haha. We'll go to COMC. What have I been buying? I've been buying quite a bit here. We'll do this view first. Chad Ochocinco, black tops. I really like that. Those are numbered to 55. You don't see them come up a whole lot. And there it is, 7 of 55. Somebody just listed like 100 of these things. Amari, I bought an Amari card. We'll go through that, I guess. But a little refractor. What year is that? 2006. Cool. Amari's probably my favorite NBA player of all time. This is one of my favorite images of all time. Chris Johnson, one of my favorite players of all time. Black, again, to 55. You're not finding these for 10 bucks. I had to buy it. Actually, no, this must be old. So we'll refresh. Another Topps Chrome Refractor. His number 1 jersey. These are numbered this year. And then I went up for this one, big boy, Garrett Nussmeier Sapphire, PSA 10 for 300. I feel like that's a pretty good price. Let's refresh this now, because I definitely picked up some more. Oh, whew, okay. Not proud of this. But here's a Reggie Bush, black Reggie Bush, one of my favorite players of all time. That one's to 55. Let me explain. The reports just came out like, I don't know, an hour ago that he's QB1 right now in terms of depth. These were $1 a piece. And then Derek Moore auto, $2.99 for 10 bucks. Oh, Caleb Downs, yep. So bought all these. I control the market. I have the monopoly there. Jonah Coleman, he was on that top 50 list, and I wanted this on-card auto in his updated uni, so I like that. And that's what was Braylon Braxton, Southern Miss quarterback. I like him a lot. And then Walker White. Nice. Just picked this up. Jabberjaw said that he bought this for $6 and the seller canceled on him. So that's interesting. Same exact copy, but this time at $15. Picked up this Pulse Jonah Coleman, so I spent some. This was the big boy, and I wanted this bad. I don't have a big Amari Stoudemire card, so this is going to be it. So a nasty game used patch from the 3, I imagine. And there's like the 3 right there, or maybe no, it's definitely not the 2. I would say it's like from right there. Right there. So I paid like 52 bucks all in, but this is probably one of the best Amari cards you're finding. There were 3 watchers on it. Little Digimon, you'll see that. That was a good deal, 2 bucks. And not Tania Lotson, Flau'jae Johnson, a couple Sorsby, Drew Aller, things like that. So here's what I've been selling, I guess. Mitch Trubisky, there we go, making a 3-cent profit there. I think I bought that when he was like in line to start for Pittsburgh at some point. Nice little $7 flip on the 9. They relisted it for 48. I don't know about that guy, but whatever. Someone raised the floor of all the Cam Scadaboos. It's like $4 now. Oh, nice. Okay, I should jump that to 5. I should see who bought it. All right, well, let's jump this up to 5. Let's move this floor up. Is there hype for Cam Scadaboo? We just talked about it. I think there is. Not 56. There we go. Look at that. $5 floor right there. I have a couple in the inventory. And then I cashed out on a ton of Jackson darts. Someone bought like 7 or 8 of them. So that was nice. These Sam Levitt's bread and butter for me right now. I picked these up at a show for like 15 bucks a piece. And they consistently sell at 28. I'm not going to get greedy. I'm not going to jump the price. But I sold that one for 28. I think I sold this one for... This one I bought on COMC, I think, for 20 bucks. And then another one here, 28. I'm not getting greedy. I could jump it to 35. Nope, I'm taking my money and... moving on. That was a nice flip there. Chris Henry. Otto. One of the best wide receivers in the country, they tell me. I'm not convinced, but he's at Ohio State. Bought it for 45. Made 76 net fees. So that's what I'm on right now. All right, so I'm putting together my COMC box. I basically just decided anytime that I get cards that I'm going to send to COMC, I'm just going to fill up the box. When the box fills up, I'm going to send it to COMC, right? That way, I know I have enough cards for a submission. I don't have to prep anything. I don't have these cards listed, so I don't have to delist and get into that headache. So I think this is the move. This is going to help me just get submissions out. In the meantime, this is my last box. I'm on Amazon right now. This is where I got my last box set, I guess. I'm thinking I go 40. I think 40, that's a lot of boxes, and I don't have a lot of storage. I'm looking at my storage right now. We don't have a lot of room in here. So I don't know what I want to do. Where do I stop? Do I just say, hey, I'll $4 for 10 boxes though. I think you got to go 40. I'm gonna go 40 on this, but I need to use my supplies coupon, and I don't know what I want to use it on. I have got enough of those rigid mailers. I guess I could go bubble, but I've got a lot of bubble mailers. What do you guys use on your supplies? This doesn't end until June 30, so. All right, hello everyone. I forgot to do an outro once again. I'm in San Francisco. I ripped open some Pokemon. What did I do? I did Team Rocket Japanese, and I did Journey Together. I paid $15 for the pair. I was in Japantown, so I felt like I needed to pick some up. I ripped them with some folks from work. So I'm gonna end this. I'm gonna do the thumbnail. I'm gonna upload this for Thursday. You'll have a card show video on Sunday. Monday we'll have a COMC video, and then back to our regularly scheduled videos from there, because I'm done traveling for about a month. Peace. Love ya. Bye.